I think everybody is aware of the past. I think everybody knows the past. And I think it's a very American thing to try to appeal to a broad public, to be instantaneously popular. And I think that is reflected in the music as well. And so when you have Gershwin, who is the oldest of the lot, who kind of was one of the pioneers, one of the American pioneers of fusing musics together, and which was back then was really innovative and something brand new and something modern, which is now actually an old hat. I mean, everybody fuses things together. But back then it was a new thing, and he kind of pioneered it and kind of modeled it for the future generations. And I think if I think about it, you know, even though Mason Bates is the youngest and has done something that many people have tried and not succeeded, but he has, in kind of fusing electronic music with classical music. I still think that the most adventurous of them all is Frank Zappa.
Right.
Frank Zappa being kind of the rebel back then, and even nowadays, it's kind of amazing how interesting, innovative, radical, provoking he still is after all this time. More so than anyone else who is still alive, basically.
Right. Once again, just like last year, the first piece on the first concert raises eyebrows. And I know you've said that you don't send messages, but I'm assuming that's on purpose. That's just something you like to do.
If you start the season with a G-Sport Tornado by Frank Zappa, I think it does send a message to a certain extent. It was probably intended also. I think it sends the message of, hear ye, we do something a little bit different. And also, I think it's fun. I think it's a little thought-provoking, and it's adventurous, and it kind of gets us and hopefully also the audience out of the comfort zone and ready for something new and ready for something fun. Because I mean, if you listen to Frank Zappa, it is a lot of fun to listen to. I mean, it is a toe tapper of a different kind. He would probably, he would raise his eyebrows on that and would not like me saying that. But it's a nice fusion of a brainy music, very intellectual music, very refined music, lots of interesting blends, and then this very primeval, kind of very down-to-earth rhythm, and it's super difficult to play. There's some licks that are almost impossible to play, but it has this constant forward propulsion, and it's just a lot of. It's short. It's fun, and I think it's just a nice way to start the season, a little bit different than with Beethoven and Mozart, which are fine too.
He thought it was too hard. He said he thought it was too hard.
I think that it is a hard piece, and it was hard back then, and it's hard now. I mean, I think, but so is Beethoven. Beethoven was hard then, and it's still hard. I think that the technical abilities of the musicians nowadays is just amazing. So I have no trouble imagining that our musicians are going to just nail everything. But even if not, music is not about perfection. Perfection is not an artistic quality. I think it's really getting into the groove, getting into the idea of what this music is about, and then just bring it out there.